Hey kids, welcome back inside WKID Channel 33. We are hanging out with you on a great day here at the Medical Center here at Cincinnati Children's. One thing we always like to do is to be able to welcome in good folks, not only from maybe here in the hospital that are doing interesting things or around Cincinnati that are doing interesting things, but we love to bring in people that you can get to know a little bit better, people that you can ask questions of who are doing really interesting things, not only around Cincinnati, but around the country. And we are really honored today to have in the University of Wisconsin men's hockey team. Guys, how are you?
Good, Zach. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. It's great to have you guys here.
Our pleasure to be here.
Talk to us about, first of all, if someone might say, "Oh my gosh, what are the Wisconsin Badgers doing here in town?" And you guys got some pretty important stuff going on the next couple days.
Well, first of all, I'd like to introduce myself to the kids. My name is Mike Eves. I'm the head hockey coach or the head cook and bottle washer of this group here. And
you wear many hats.
I wear many hats. And with us today is Joel Rumpel to my left, who's one of our goaltenders. And then we have Jake McCabe, one of our defensemen.
The pride of Eau Claire, Wisconsin.
There you go. And Frankie Simonelli. Frankie is our captain and also a defenseman for us here at Wisconsin.
Awesome. So I have a big hockey fan sitting here in the studio audience. And Coach, for you and the guys, he wants to know how long you've been playing and when did you start playing hockey?
Guys, you want to jump?
I'll start us off here. I'm 21 now, and I started skating shortly after I was walking, right around 2 years old. Started playing organized hockey 4 or 5 years old. We started scrimmaging and whatnot. Just kind of my older brother played growing up, so just kind of followed in the footsteps of him. And ever since then, I've been loving the game.
Yeah, I'm similar to Frankie. I'm 20 now, and I probably started. We always had a backyard rink. My dad grew up playing hockey. My brother played hockey, and he'd always flood the backyard during the winter time in Wisconsin, and he'd put some skates on and wheel me out there, and I don't know how much I liked it at first. I'm sure there's a couple tears here and there, but obviously I love the sport now. It's our passion, and it's cool to just continue our career here.
Yeah, I started I'm from Canada growing up, so we always had the rink in the backyard as well, and started skating probably around 3 and playing organized hockey at 4 as well, and then started playing goalie probably around 7, 6. Yeah.
Wow.
What about you, Coach?
Oh, outdoors too. We were living in Calgary, Alberta at the time, and I remember skating outside at 3 years old, and it's just it's something that gets in your blood. It's funny when you live in cold climates, you either grab a hold of it, embrace it, and do something like ski or skate. And most of us, our families embraced it, and
right.
we got it right out there. Back in my day, I'm older than these guys, but I wasn't until I was 9 or 10 before I skated.
26, Coach?
Yeah, I was about 9 or 10 before I skated indoors. That's how old I am, and that was a big deal. We played outside, and if you got chosen for this all-star game, you got to play a 5-minute game in between the period indoors.
Wow.
That was a big thing back then.
So that was a big motivator.
Yeah.
So is it true that there's always like a dad that you hear about who's kind of anonymous that just kind of comes by and takes care of the rink? Have you heard those stories? Like, oh, you never know who takes care of the rink, but it's always ready for the kids to play.
Maybe up in Canada.
Maybe.
Yeah, probably where I'm from.
Yeah.
I know my dad had to take the Zamboni out on the ice a few times just to be able to get me out there for a goalie session.
Sure. Make sure the kids are ready to roll.
Yeah.
Awesome. The Wisconsin Badgers like to give back home in their hometown of Madison, Wisconsin, which is the capital city of Wisconsin. They have taken on a special friendship with a young lady up there. Can you tell me about Lucy?
Yeah, Lucy is a young girl that we met last year when we do our children's hospital visits there. She was born with Down syndrome and then unfortunately had leukemia growing up. So we got to know her a little bit. Coach Eves brought her out to a practice of ours and a few games she's been to, and we kind of just took her in as one of our own, kind of made her a teammate of ours. And
she's got a sweater too.
Yeah, pretty special to have her part of our team.
Coach, what has that meant to you to have her be a part of your team?
Well, it puts everything in perspective and gives it balance. When Lucy came down to watch practice and we got to hang with her and her brothers a little bit, her mom and dad, and she was so pumped to be there. And her smile is infectious. Her hugs are energy-giving. And, these young men are involved. I mean, they have a very demanding academic schedule, and they're trying to balance that with a very demanding, hockey schedule and demanding coaches. And, Lucy kind of comes into the picture, everything's okay.
Yeah.
We have a lot of blessings in our life, and, she kind of gives everything perspective and balance. And even talking to her mom and dad, they were really, it was fun for them to be around our guys and see them given, and just it was a fun moment.
There was a patient here at this hospital who was adopted by the University of Cincinnati football team a couple of years ago. He had brain cancer, and he's doing really, really well now. And he talked a lot about how, and the players talked a lot about how, not only would he give them inspiration, but, she'd get her inspiration from you guys, too. It's a two-way street of inspiration, for sure.
Yeah, I know. Every time we see her around the rink or around our practices, it's just kind of you almost want to win for her. She's got that big smile on her face, and she's blowing you kisses and giving you hugs after in between periods, and
Wow.
it's pretty special. You just kind of everything that she's been through and how much of a fighter that she is. It kind of makes playing hockey look pretty easy to me.
Nice.
And I think also, you talked about her inspiration. I think she gets it from us as well. I know her mom back and forth with some letters that she's written us that, it seems like it makes everything else go away, and her pain is gone when, she's able to be with us and experience moments like that. And I think it helps her battle as well.
That's awesome. And Coach, it seems like one of those things where, maybe the guys won't remember a mid-November practice, but they'll remember. I mean, this is something you guys will probably never forget, having Lucy a part of your team for your 2013-2014 season. Awesome. You guys like music?
Well, what kind of music are you talking about?
How about we play a little Name That Tune? I'll play a song in your earphones. Coach, I'll turn back the clock a little for
good.
you.
You got to help me out here now.
I'll turn back the clock for you. Don't worry.
Help me out.
I got to turn back the clock myself, Coach. I'll play a song. You guys chime in and tell me who is the title and artist, okay? All right, here we go. Ever since taking this job, I've really brushed up on some of my music I'd never listened to.
They look like they know.
If I was your boyfriend, I'd never let you go.
Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber boyfriend. Nice job, Joel.
Never ever know. I got money in my hands that I really
Like to blow swag.
Oh, I was going to say that too. I was.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Coach, you go around Madison saying swag all the time?
Oh my God.
All right.
That was pulling back the time clock.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Oh,
I
but
saw
Coach,
it a year ago.
Coach,
I'm talking Motown.
Coach, I'll go back a little bit here for you.
This is better. Sounds familiar. Pointer Sisters?
No, it's a band that's spelled the same way forward as it is backward. Starts with an A.
ABBA.
ABBA.
Damn!
Hey, good job, Coach. Wow. Knowing me, knowing you.
That is old time. That is old time.
Met old school.
You guys ever heard of that?
No.
Nope.
Thanks, Zach. One for the coach.
Coach, you know how I know I'm getting old too? Is when we do like sportscasts and stuff, and I'd be like, hey, yeah, you guys ever seen like Miami Vice or something? They'd be like, huh?
Honest to Pete.
He's like, isn't that great, Coach?
Oh.
All right. You guys ready here?
You guys
All
got
right.
to chime in now.
Joel's a believer, I can tell.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. All right, here we go.
T Swift.
T Swift.
Oh my, that was two notes.
Horrible titles.
It starts with we.
We are never getting back together.
Nice job, Joel.
Yeah,
Wow.
but that was two notes.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
That was good.
Wow. Frankie, how many you got?
I'm struggling
Okay.
over here.
That's great.
Country genre.
Yeah.
All right.
Country Frank.
Coach, I'll turn it back a little bit. Okay, Coach, I got a hint for you before I play the song. In her heyday, she was the best.
Donna Summers.
No?
Taylor Swift.
She sang the national anthem at the Super Bowl
Oh.
1991.
Oh, I can see her. Come on, guys, you know her.
Cher?
No.
Her last name is
That's the
a
same
city
name
in
I've been
Texas.
going through.
Her last name's what?
A
City
city
in
in
Texas.
Texas. A big city in Texas.
Houston.
Whitney
Whitney.
Whitney
Yeah,
Houston.
yeah.
Greatest Love of All by Whitney Houston. All right.
Frank's still over.
Get half a point for that one.
No doubt. No doubt. You guys ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Cool.
He didn't preempt it that he was going back in time.
Oh, Paradise. Coldplay.
That's a good song.
This is his favorite.
Jake, you a fan?
Listen to it before games.
Oh, it's great.
That's not even fair. There was a couple right in your wheelhouse, wasn't there?
I mean, I'm usually horrible at
Yeah.
song titles, but today
Now
I'm
the
on.
kids doing this too in their rooms.
Yeah, the kids are watching. Yeah. And if you guys get stuck, I'll have the kids call you.
All right.
Awesome.
Another one?
Yeah, another one coming here.
Frankie, you got to get Frankie out. You gotta
Coach, do you remember? This was hilarious when Orlando Tucker, the basketball team, had a big game against like Ohio State, and the radio station did the Fernando song by ABBA instead of Fernando. It was Orlando. Do you remember that?
I don't.
It was hysterical.
I
It
never heard it.
hysterical.
Was it good?
Yeah, there was something in the air that night. He shot so right, Orlando. It's really funny.
Got a good voice.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. In radio.
Yeah,
Radio.
this might be pregame music too.
So see if Frank can get this.
I'm not going to. I'm terrible at this.
I think we talked about this locker room horrible with titles.
Yeah.
Do you know the song?
Sounds familiar though.
I mean,
Can you give him a clue? Yeah?
It's the band is Imagine something.
Imagine Dragons.
Imagine Dragons.
Um,
And the title of the song
Waking Up.
it's
You
it's
got
like
it,
I don't know the
Frankie.
title. That's not the title.
Oh.
though.
it's like a description of something that's like poisonous or not good for you.
Radioactive.
Radioactive.
There we go.
Imagine Dragons.
I got it.
hey, you played this one
I know.
before, I think.
I know. I have.